The puppy had been in the house for 3 weeks and had kept a careful, self-imposed distance from the baby. She had not been trained to do this. She had decided it. On the night she changed her mind, it was the right night to change it. Everyone who met Honey commented on her self-awareness. A 10-week-old golden retriever puppy who seemed to understand that the small person in the bouncy seat was different from the other things in the house. Not a toy, not a person to jump on, not an object in the category of things to investigate freely. She observed the baby from a distance. She came close when invited. She did not invite herself. 3 weeks of this. The Walsh family, Clare, her husband Declan, and 7-month-old Finn, had commented on it. Their vet had said, "Some puppies are naturally calibrated this way." She's reading the room. On a Saturday night, Clare put Finn down at 8 p.m. Honey went to her crate, as she always did at 8. The house settled. At 2:14 a.m., Clare heard Honey in the hallway. Not barking, moving. The specific sound of a puppy navigating in the dark, nails on hardwood. She opened the bedroom door. Honey was in the hallway outside Finn's room. She looked at Clare. She looked at Finn's door. She made a sound. Low, brief, once. Clare opened Finn's door. Finn was awake. He was quiet in the specific way that is different from sleeping quiet, the stillness of a baby who has moved past distress into something more withdrawn. His color in the nightlight was wrong in a way she processed before she named it. She picked him up. He was warm, not the normal warm of a sleeping baby. Fever warm. She took his temperature, 39.4. In a 7-month-old, 39.4 requires evaluation. She called the pediatric after-hours line. The nurse said, "Come in." Finn had a urinary tract infection, a silent presentation, no obvious distress, the kind that in a non-verbal infant builds silently until the fever announces it. Caught and treated. Resolved fully. Subscribe now, because what the pediatrician said about Honey and what the pediatric behavioral researcher she later cited had written about puppy risk assessment in domestic environments is the part of the story that Clare did not expect to carry the way she carries it. Dr. Namvula Dlamini said, "There is documented research on puppies, specifically young dogs in their early socialization window, showing heightened sensitivity to physiological changes in bonded individuals. The period between 8 and 16 weeks is a critical developmental window for olfactory bonding. A puppy who has been in proximity to an infant for 3 weeks has been learning that infant's baseline scent profile. A deviation from that baseline, fever, infection, metabolic change, would register to a well-calibrated puppy nose as an anomaly worth reporting." She looked at Honey, who was sitting on Clare's lap in the examination room. She said she kept her distance for 3 weeks because she understood the baby was fragile and she was a puppy. She came to you in the night because she understood the baby had changed. She said, both of those things required the same quality of perception. She just used it differently on different nights. Has your puppy or dog ever approached your baby in the night when they had never done so before? And was there a medical reason? Tell us in the comments. These stories deserve to be heard. Finn recovered in 4 days. He is 8 months old now, pulling up on everything, making opinions known with considerable volume. Honey is 11 weeks old. She still keeps her careful 3-foot distance during the day, observing, not imposing, the self-imposed protocol of a puppy who reads the room. But Clare watches her now with a different kind of attention. She watches for the night Honey decides to change the protocol again, because she knows now what that decision means, and she knows she should run when it happens. Every guardian deserves to be recognized, even the ones who never ask for anything in return. If stories like this matter to you, Subscribe so you never miss the next one. If you stay for stories about what animals sense before we do, stories about the guardians who watch in ways we don't yet have instruments to measure, you're in the right place. Subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Honey is still a puppy. She chews things she shouldn't, bounces off furniture, and has opinions about the cat next door that she expresses with her whole body. But on a Saturday night, she did one specific thing that she had never done before, and she chose the right night to do it. Next. On the next video, a dog who changed one small behavior at the same time every day for a week, and what the home inspector's thermal camera found inside the wall.